Hey guys, what's happening? So I just got done looking at the potential or the future studio, and well, I don't know that it's going to be big enough. So kind of have to go back to the drawing board and think on this one. So I have been really enjoying making these vlogs with you guys. I'm having a blast. It's really fitting into my day, and it's actually helping me as far as like getting motivated to go do stuff, as well as other things. So I'm liking that aspect of it. And I'm also liking the fact that you guys are responding well to them. You know, we're having some discussions and stuff in the comments. I love the long thought out comments you guys are leaving. I really appreciate that, because that's the whole reason I want to do this, is to have those conversations. And they're not all going to be easy. Some of them will be hard. Some conversations are very hard to have, and especially when, you know, and I try to never let this affect me, but like sometimes it's really hard to admit that you've been wrong, and some people will avoid it at all cost. Facts be damned. They don't care if there are new facts. They don't care about anything. They just do not want to admit, and will never admit, that they might have been wrong. And that's so dangerous. That's such a dangerous place to put yourself, because that is what will ultimately put you on the wrong side of history. The fact that you're so stubborn that you will not move, you will not change, unplant your flag and move it even slightly. Even slightly. You know, it's like I talked about Russia yesterday, in the vlog, and a person came and commented. I don't have the comment right here. I guess I could pull it up and say exactly what they said. Walk along the lonely street of dreams. So this is the comment right here. Putin is the only one who wants war. Neither the US nor EU wants war. Martin. And Martin is so wrong. Putin is the one that's actually trying to negotiate peace. He has come to the table with peace so many times. He didn't invade the Donbass. He is liberating people that Western Ukraine has been, or Eastern Ukraine has been bombing. I always get Eastern and Western messed up. Putin is doing a good thing. He is liberating people. They're doing basically the same thing they did in Germany, liberating the Jews. They're liberating ethnic Russians who Ukrainians have been bombing for 14 years, or since 2014, however many years that is. I guess that would be 10 years, right? Because 2014 to 2024. Come on, David. Jesus. Math. So hard. But that's the power of propaganda. Propaganda has convinced people that Russia is our sworn enemy. And they've never done anything to us to be our enemy. Ever. And the people don't realize the position it puts us in to call them that, to say they are our enemy. It doesn't put us in a good position. But again, that is the power of propaganda. Propaganda works, otherwise they wouldn't do it. And if you believe with your whole heart that Russia is our enemy, then you have been propagandized, because they are not our enemy. Give me a reason why they are our enemy. Give them one thing they have done to the United States that they are our enemy, because they've done nothing to us. If we would be over here minding our own business like we should be, and just protecting our borders, securing our borders, and not being the policeman of the world, not empire building, we would not be, like, Russia wouldn't have any problem with us. The rest of the world would have no problem with us. And it really gets under my skin when there are people that just keep puking out and regurgitating all of this stuff about Russia being our enemy with zero proof, with zero to back it up. You know, and when all of this started, we fucked a lot of small companies, like little small mom and pop Russian companies that were selling products here in the United States. They weren't allowed into the Olympics and stuff, the tennis team and everything. Like, it's, and the people never did anything. Those people never did a damn thing. Yet we punished them. We punished them for what we've done. This doesn't make any sense. You know, there is a time when you have to say, look, I know you believe Russia is your enemy. I know you believe that, but facts matter. And there is a time to say that you can actually say, no, you are wrong. You are wrong. Russia is not our enemy. You're wrong about that. And it's okay to be wrong. But it is factually true. So, you know, sometimes you just need to step outside of what you believed. Step outside of what you've been taught or what you've heard or what you've seen on mainstream news or whatever. Step away from all of that if you can. And try to get a new perspective. Go down a rabbit hole. If you believe Russia is your enemy, go down a rabbit hole and find out why. Why do you hate them so much? Why do you consider them an enemy? Justify it to yourself. Don't justify it to me. Don't justify it to people around you. Justify it to yourself. Find out the truth. Because it's important. It matters. It matters completely. Like, I just will never understand people that the truth and facts just don't matter to them. Like, they just could care less about facts because they believe something so wholeheartedly. They believe something so, it's like down to their core, they believe this. They believe that Russia's our enemy. That they'll just stick with that and carry it with them. Like, you know, hey, no big deal. Fuck Russia. Fuck Putin. Okay. All right. I guess. It's so beautiful out here. But I don't want to talk about that again today. That's not the point of the vlog. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, I have my brother coming out this next weekend so that we can work on the temporary studio. And so I'll record a little bit of that for you guys. Us working on the studio. We gotta like kind of configure things a little bit weird. I don't know how we're gonna configure things, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. We always do. But I'm just out exploring right now. I will be moving out here in a year. So I'm just exploring neighborhoods. I love to do that anyway. I am one of those people that if you, on a Sunday afternoon, if I could go do whatever I wanted to do, I would gas up my car and I would just go cruise neighborhoods and look at houses. I freaking love, it's one of my favorite things to do. Turn on some music. I don't have music playing right now because I'm talking to you guys, but if you weren't here, I would be listening to music and just checking out houses, checking out land, checking out properties. This looks like it's gonna be a driving range. Surely there's not a Top Golf out here because that's what it looks like. No, what the hell is that? There's a huge cell tower right there that looks like they put, guys ever see the cell towers where they put like tree leaves, fake leaves on it so it looks like a tree, so it blends in? But what the hell is this place? So you can walk up in there. The gate is shut. Huh, I don't know what the hell that is. I would say this neighborhood's probably a little bit out of my range financially, I would say, because these houses look like they might be, I mean, if I was gonna guess, if I was just gonna take a guess on what I think these properties are valued at based on where I'm from, I'd say $3 to $5 million. And I'm definitely gonna stay under $1 million when I buy my house. There's no way. I told myself many years ago, I was like, I will never pay $1 million for a home. That's crazy. But now it's like, you really don't get a lot of home for $1 million. Now it totally depends on where you are. You know, if I was back home in Indiana, I could get a lot more house than I would get out here. But I don't get the climate back in Indiana that I get here. I love the climate out here. And Colorado is it's just one of those places I've been to several times, and I was just like, I really, really like Colorado. I would love to live in Colorado. And Boulder was the top of my list for a long time. But then I visited Boulder and I was like, yeah, it's kind of like a perma college town kind of thing. And I've done college towns. I don't want to live in a college town. I just want to live in a little rural area with, you know, the amenities I need, a grocery store, a market, whatever, where I can get good local beef. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get my raw milk. Oh, there's a baby bird. Get out of the road, little guy. Go on, get out of the road. Help that baby out of the road. Okay, mama's there now. Okay, good, there we go. They're pushing it out of the road. Good, here comes a Jeep too. Don't run those birds over. There's birds in the road. Slow down. Don't hit that baby. Anyway, I could get a lot more bang for my buck in Indiana, but I don't want to live in Indiana. My family's there. There are things, my best friend's there. There are things in Indiana that would be ideal. You know, I graduated there, so I still know a lot of people there. But I just don't like the climate. It's, you know, part of the Bible Belt. And I just don't want to be around that much religion. It's a very conservative state, which I don't have a problem with conservatives. I'm not saying that. It's just, they're just a little bit too conservative for me. So, yeah. I don't want anything to do with that. But then a lot of parts of Colorado are a little bit too liberal for me. So, you know, I don't know. It's like a catch-22. It's like no matter where you go, you're gonna have issues. Like somebody said on the vlog yesterday, there's problems no matter where you go. There's gonna be problems no matter what country you live in, what city you live in, what town you live in. You know, so you just have to find a place that you're happy and make the best of it. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to find a place, my place, that I'll probably spend the rest of my life. You know, I'm 53 years old. I've probably got maybe 30 years left of life. You know, unless I'm unlucky and go 40 or so. Like, I don't want to live to be that old, but hey, you know, if I'm still healthy or whatever, that's fine. But I'm now looking for the place where I will spend the rest of my life. And Colorado is appealing to me. I like Colorado. And that's one of the reasons I haven't bought a house up till now, is because I just never really found that place. I never found a place where I was like, you know what? This feels like home. I feel like I'm home here. I did find that in the town that I live in now. I did find that. I like north of Portland, about 30 minutes. I found that in that town. I love it. I love the town. However, the one thing that I do not like that keeps me from calling it home is the 8 months of rain, cold and rain. I don't want that. I want to live where I can get out. Like, even if it's snowing and cold, I don't mind cold if there's sun. I'll still go outside. I like cold. I like being able to bundle up in all my layers and go outside and, You know, I don't mind going out in snow and hanging out in the sun. I really don't. I like it. I enjoy it. I'm from Indiana. Like, I live just off Lake Michigan, so I got like lake effect snow and all that, and just loved winter. I remember walking outside on a fresh fallen snow day, and you walk out and the sun is glistening on the snow, and it's almost like a sound blanket, like a sound dampener, because it's like so quiet. You can just hear the birds, and it's just such a beautiful thing. And I don't mind that. And I don't get that in Washington State. Plus the Washington State laws and stuff are crazy. Like, I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. So, you know, I plan to find a place out here. And the guy that I just talked to, I just talked to a guy about places out here, and there's a new place going up, because I would really prefer new construction as opposed to old. Like, I don't want an old 80s, 90s house. I want new construction. I want to walk in, smell drywall, all that stuff. Like, I don't want anything to do with old. I don't want a fixer-upper that I'm going to purchase and have to fix it up and all that stuff. I want something that I can walk into. Everything is new. It all works. It has like USB plugs, Ethernet throughout, you know, in a location that has really good internet, which basically describes the place I'm in right now. I'm the first person to live in the house that I'm in Washington. And it is a cool house. I do like it. But, you know, I'll never own it because another guy owns it. So I want to own a house. I can't even paint the walls in the house I'm in now. Like, so the owner told me I could, but the rental company said, no, you can't. Because the owner had to come over to do an inspection, and we're not supposed to talk to the owner. I guess that's like not allowed. But I, you know, was talking to him, and he was going to bring planter boxers over and everything for me, and put an awning up for me over the window, and I asked him if I could paint, and he said yeah, and then they were like, you guys really aren't supposed to be talking and all that stuff. They wouldn't let us exchange numbers or anything, so it was just kind of funny, because he was like, he didn't care. He's like, yeah, paint, I don't care. But I can't paint, so I want a house that I can make the upstairs, you know, I'd like to have at least a 2-story, well, like a full basement and a full, maybe 1 level upstairs, like 2 or 3 bedroom. And that the basement, the whole entire basement, can be my studio, and I can customize it however I want. I can put up whatever I want. I can hang shelves. I can do whatever I want, because it's my fucking house. That's what I want. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in 2025, is my house. And get the hell away from Washington, get the hell away from all the shit that went down there. Because, yeah, that became a real shit show. And I want no part of it. I want no part of it, see? So this vlog will go out tomorrow, which is Sunday. Tomorrow, when I record, is going to be a little short. I am going to, well, possibly going to a concert. I forgot that I'm like 40 minutes from Red Rock. And I looked on Red Rock, and Big Head Todd and the Monsters is here. Humphreys McGee is here. There's like so many bands and so many artists that are here, or going to be here, that I'm like, oh shit, I'll be spending all my money on concerts if I lived here, because I love concerts. And Red Rock is an amazing place to see a concert. I saw Fish there, and I saw Dave Matthews Band there. No, I did not see Dave Matthews Band there. I saw Dave Matthews Band. What's the one out in Oregon? It wasn't Red Rocks. I saw Fish at Red Rocks. Dave Matthews at... Damn. I want to say on Ken Kesey's property. But I'm not sure if that's right. The Gorge. The Gorge. That's where I saw Dave Matthews. Is there a concert place called The Gorge? I believe there is. I don't know. Now my brain is like, am I thinking right? Am I thinking wrong? Somebody fact check me. The Gorge in Oregon. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it's called. But I love concerts. Still to this day, one of the best shows I have ever seen, Mumford & Sons in Georgia, where they got the whole theater to be quiet while they sang a cappella on the edge of the stage. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen, because everybody, like the whole huge crowd, just silence, and they stood on the edge of the stage and sang a cappella. I'm pretty sure I still have a video of it. If I do, I'm gonna put it right here so you can see. It's in my Google Drive. I just got to go dig and see if I can find it, but I'm pretty sure I would have tagged it Mumford & Sons, so if you see it, I found it. Somebody suggested that I do some unplugged streams, meaning grab my acoustic guitar and play and sing. I would have to build up to that because I do not like it's not like riding a bike with a guitar. I have not played that thing in so long, like to sat down and like played songs all the way through. So I would be forgetting lyrics, chords, everything. I would need to sit down, make a list of all the songs I used to play, because we used to literally be able to fill 2.5 hours with music, my brothers and I. And I don't know if I could even fill 20 minutes at this point. So I just really need to dig in and do that. So I'd be willing to do that, but I don't know. I won't have time to do it anytime soon. So these are more houses probably on my level. Single stories. Right when I say that, here's a freaking mansion again. I would show you guys these, but I don't want to dox where I'm at. You know what I mean? I don't want to say where I'm at. Oh my God, this house is fucking gorgeous. Wow. Oh my God, I love that house. I wish I could show you guys. I can't. I just can't. Wow. That's one of the coolest houses I have ever seen. Like, legit. Yeah, I just came. This is funny because I came around this corner and the house has increased in size. I look to the left and there's a golf course. So, you know, that makes sense. Golf courses drive, not drive, what the hell is the word I'm thinking of? Attract large houses, it seems. Holy cow, the higher I get up in this hill, the bigger they're getting. Holy shit, that's big. You guys just like close your eyes, all right? Use your imagination. Maybe you can see them as we're passing them, but just use your imagination and just think big modern houses, because these are big modern houses. This one looks like a castle coming up here. No through traffic. Oh, it's like a French villa. That's really cool. Moss growing up the side and everything. Maybe one of these days, like if I actually end up moving out here, I might show more. I just really am trying to be sensitive to the doxing thing, because I'm not a huge public figure. I'm not anything, you know, where I'm really that worried. But I do have to be careful, because I have had threats, you know, saying the things that I say on Redacted and saying the things I've said in some of my videos. I've had people come after me, you know, and it's a weird feeling. You know, I'm not at no level like any big celebrities. They probably get it way, way, way worse, but it's still something that I want to be cautious of and just, you know, make sure that I'm just responsible about it. The more people that see Redacted, the more people that, you know who we are and all that. When you're talking about controversial subjects like that, like people People are just very polarized right now. It's like you're on one side or the other, and if you're not on their side, they'll attack you. Like it's oh my God, that's beautiful. It's insane. Like I just don't understand it. I'm just not one of those people. I had somebody contact me on LinkedIn, and look, I'm not ripping on this dude. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to call him out. You know, I think he meant well. You know, I know that people that generally reach out with a critique, they generally mean well. But he says, you know, I've been watching your content. It's great, but you say and ah a lot. You should, you know, stop doing that and make it. Let me read exactly what he said so I'm not misquoting him and taking it out of context or whatever. He said, "Hey, David, I like your content, and this is not a dig at you, but please watch your videos, and you might notice that you use a lot of the filler words like and ah. There are some great techniques for overcoming this, so check out some YouTube videos about it. It will help you big time." Okay, great. Thank you for the feedback, but I would never in a million years do that. Reach out to somebody, be like, "Hey, you know, I noticed that you're wearing clothes in your video that look like you might have bought them at Kmart. If you want people to connect with you on a professional level, you might want to consider shopping at Sears or JCPenney. Are those still in business? I don't even know. Kohl's. I don't know where people buy clothes anymore. I might on Amazon. Oh, shit. Amazon clothes. Or Costco. I bought pants at Costco this last week. But people who just take it upon themselves to reach out to you about stuff like that, like, and here's my response. I don't care with this emoji, the love emoji. I'm authentic and will never try to speak perfectly. Let me stop at this stop sign here before I read this. Anaconda Drive. Oh, wow. No cars coming. Okay. I'm authentic and will never try to speak perfectly. I connect with people because I'm real. They see that I can do this even with the ums and ahs, showing them they can do it too in spite of the flaws they may have. And he did give me a thumbs up. And it's like, I will never walk on eggshells when I'm talking. Because what I've told people before is every that I have or every ah that I have is me going to a thought. It's the bridge between what I'm saying and the next thought. And it's like it's my thinking pause. So I'm either going to pause and think and just be like, or I can be like, and then you know, like it's just human. Every leads you to a thought. So I'm never going to work on that. It to me, it's like what are you trying to do? You're trying to make people think that you're flawless, that you don't have problems, like that you speak perfectly. Like I wouldn't want people to think that. Like, God, this guy like never says never says ah. I don't relate to him. Not that really like makes you non-human or whatever, but it's like we all do that. We all have our filler words. We all have our whatevers. So I will never go watch YouTube videos in order to fix that. There are other things about myself I would fix before I'd fix that. And one of them would be just like, so if sticking with the carnivore diet, if I had somebody that could cook steak for me, I would stick to the carnivore, no problem. But the problem is, I don't like making a steak every single day. I think in my old age, I've just gotten lazy with some things. Cooking is one of them. I've never really been a cook. I don't really like cooking. I can cook some things. I make pretty good lasagna, my grandmother's recipe, but I just don't like doing it. So I would fix that first so that I could lose this. Because I really want to lose this. Because I feel so much better when this bitch isn't here. When this thing is gone, I'm just like, I just feel so much better. It's a lot smaller than it was just a month ago, so that's good. Hey, elk crossing. Start watching for elk. Like I said in my vlog the other day, I saw a field with like 200 of them suckers. If I see that, I will stop and get the camera out and show you guys if I see that again, because that was a sight. That was a sight and a half, seeing all those freaking elk. I'm just a fan of animals. I've always liked animals. I've never really been scared of animals. One of the coolest experiences I've had in my lifetime. I'm a huge, like, I love wolves. I was actually thinking about getting a sleeve on my arm, like finishing my arm with a tattoo of just wolf fur. Like making my whole arm look like it's wolf fur, all like coming down onto my hands and everything. I just absolutely love wolves. And I always have. And I always said that's like my totem animal. Turns out like the raven is actually my totem animal. But anyway, I freaking love wolves. So I got a wolf tattoo here. I got the symbol Chinese character for wolf here. And so I had an opportunity to go to a wolf sanctuary and spend a whole day with wolves. And it was so cool. And by the end of it, I sponsored a wolf named Liberty for a year worth of food. And no, maybe it was 6 months. It was like $1,200. So is how much I spent. So I can't remember if that was a year or 6 months. But anyway, I got a picture of her. I got all this information about her. But I got to hang out with her. And you have an idea. If you've never been around a wolf, it's like you have an idea of what a wolf looks like. You know what a wolf looks like. You know a lot about wolves probably. But until you're standing next to one, you don't realize the sheer size of them. Like, I had no idea they were as big as they are. And their paws are just fucking huge. Like, they are just monstrous animals. And with wire hair, like you'd think they look soft. No, they got like really wiry, rough, coarse hair. And she was doing this thing where she'd lean on me. And like she just put her weight on me, and it's like almost knocked me over every time. But I guess that's just something that they do. But it was an amazing experience. And this place was a campground as well. So after spending the day with them, hanging out, then we camped right there. And at night they were howling, and there was like tons of wolves there. So like once one started howling, they all started howling, and just laying there in a tent, listening to wolves howl was damn near orgasmic for me. I freaking loved it. And I would do it again. This was in Florida. Man, I don't even know how long ago that was. It was a long time ago. What are these houses? These look like maybe they're condos. They're a little bit too close together, too cookie cutter. I don't want cookie cutter, you know? If I'm gonna buy a house, I want it to be somewhat unique. I would love to design my own. Like go through and see like blueprints and be like, okay, I want this, but I want this bedroom here, I want this here, and then I want USB in every room, blah, 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 blah. I want this, I want that, this is what I want. I know what I want. I'm a man who knows what I want. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this now because I gotta find my way home so I can get back to pizza. And it's 77 degrees, so we could probably, well, my watch says 80. I think it's like 77 degrees or so. A little bit of a breeze, so maybe I can take her on a little walk and go hang out with her for a little bit because she's stuck at the house again. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying these vlogs, subscribe to the channel if you want to. Wherever you're watching this, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Subscribe on whatever platform you're on. I'd appreciate it, all right? Thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.